Hello everyone, thanks for joining me on the channel. Let's jump right into nearly every single new VR game planned to release in 2023 for Quest and PCVR, starting with one that was announced less than 24 hours ago. Just announced, we have Behemoth, a single-player action RPG from Skydance, the developers of The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners. Overcome dangerous environments, deadly warriors, and towering behemoths using immersive, weighty VR combat and lifelike physics. This one is planned for late 2023.
It devours everything. And soon, it will take your mind. I have found no meaning to this struggle. But when the end comes for you, do not yield.
Ancient board games. Presumably we'll be playing tabletop games with friends, but the question is, which ones? Here we have Across the Valley, a farming sim RPG, basically Stardew Valley or Harvest Moon in VR. Next up is Ghost Signal, a Stellaris game. This is an action roguelite, possibly 4X strategy game, maybe even with some real-time strategy elements. This will obviously draw some inspiration from Stellaris, but possibly other games like Endless Space or Distant World as well. This personally really gives me some Homeworld vibes. Here's Propagation Paradise Hotel, which for the longest time I thought was titled Paradise Propagation Hotel, which in retrospect doesn't make any sense, but video game titles these days, am I right? Well, we've got a lot of these, but it does look interesting enough to want to try. Next up, We Are One. From the trailer alone, I literally have no idea what this game is or what is happening in this footage. So, from the developers, We Are One is a puzzle shooter where you solve mind-bending puzzles by cloning yourself and playing with time loops. Here we have two games from developer Joyway that are being released in an interesting way. They're both free to play right now in an open beta via App Lab or SideQuest, and the full releases are to be announced for later next year. Pretty cool. I'm definitely going to jump in and try these. First up is Red Flowers, an action platformer having us flex our ninjutsu skills as we hack down enemies. Second is Stack. Stack is a VR multiplayer arena skirmisher about dashing through post-apocalyptic environments and timing disc bounces to eliminate your opponents. Attack on Titan VR. Nothing but a teaser trailer here, we'll just have to wait to see more.
Churchill's place was robbed last night. Jewellery, fine china, family heirlooms. Got away with the king's ransom.
Peaky Blinders, The King's Ransom. This is an immersive narrative game. There's not a whole lot to go off here from the trailer. This could be fun. Guardians Frontline. This is a VR shooter with strategy elements in a sci-fi setting. Big Halo vibes here. Next up, Call of the Sea. This is a first-person puzzle adventure.
But here, on this extraordinary isle, I dare say I've found my strength again. I'm scared of what it means. I feel the call of something deep within. Whispers of things long forgotten.
Does every VR gameplay demonstration have to include this "holy shit, look at my VR hands" moment?
Who found her?
Didn't you get the report? It was her husband.
Okay. I'm investigating the brain of a top executive. I'm not really sure the story around her death is true.
The Signifier. The Signifier is a first-person, tech-noir, mystery adventure that blends investigation, experimental psychology, and artificial intelligence. It's worth noting this game was already released in 2020 and was well-received. Now it's being rebuilt for VR. Divine Duel. Woo! Another VR dueler. At least it's free.
Just woke up in my chambers. Okay, who should I pick? Bro, could be interesting. Let's see. Double jump.
Everslaught Invasion. This is an over-the-top co-op action game. Man, this trailer is super cheesy.
Bam! Yeah! Hello there. Let's go get some gear. More. Give me more.
Give you more what? An empty room?
Groovy. Alright, it's time. Dropping in 3, 2, 1.
Drop Dead: The Cabin VR. This is a co-op survival roguelite. Players will play as two lost backpackers who stumble across a strange old abandoned cabin. Taking refuge from the eerie fog drawing in, they fire up the rusty generator and the house lights crackle into life as they attempt to call for rescue. Yet, they quickly realize they aren't alone, for out of the surrounding darkness emerges a strange horde of hideous proto-zombies. They have been waiting deep in the woods for fresh meat and are hungry for brains! I'm always a little weary of procedural generation, but this looks way too fun not to try.
If you can keep the generator running long enough, the pilot will be able to pinpoint your location and plan out your extraction by helicopter. You'll be able to head down to the cabin for yourself in February 2023. But if you can't wait that long, why not join our Discord today and register to take part in some beta testing?
Straylight. Touted as a new kind of VR platforming experience, this trailer is amazingly bad. Just terrible in every way. The game also looks pretty bad. And who awarded it? And with what?
For hundreds of years, our attempts to settle Mars have failed. This time will be different.
Per Aspera. Per Aspera is a planetary simulation game that combines hard science fiction and base building and takes the experience planet-wide. Step into the role of AMI, an artificial consciousness, with the prime directive of terraforming Mars for human colonization. This could be very interesting if the mechanics are deep enough.
My mission is to terraform Mars. I will not fail.
Most of the block's jacked in, or too strung out to make trouble. Minor gang activity, some triad, cryptopunks, AI rights activists. I'm sure you'll find ways to keep busy. Just try to keep your nose clean.
Lo-fi. Cyberpunk in VR, as everybody loves to say. Looks incredible, if it ever comes out. This was planned for Q4 of 2022, so I can't say that I'm holding out much hope. This is Hellsweeper VR, a first-person combat roguelike. This looks like Shadow Warrior in VR. Super cool. I love killing demons. I'd love to give this a try. Killer Frequency. This is a first-person horror adventure comedy. This trailer in particular is pretty underwhelming, but the rest of the promotional materials on their site make this game look highly intriguing. The Exorcist Legion VR Sin. Holy title gore, Batman. There might even be a 2 snuck in there as well. I'm not sure. Also, hilariously enough, SIN is an acronym standing for Safety in Numbers, since this is a co-op experience now. Black Trail. This is a first-person shooter western. This was announced for summer of 2022. This might come out in 2023. I also don't have very high hopes for that. Liminal Phase. This is an action horror game set in an alternative 90s. Not a lot to go off here from this trailer.
Everybody ready?
Ready.
Same. Yep. Yeah, that's not good.
Oh, great. It's moving. Where'd it go?
Ghostbusters, Rise of the Ghost Lord. Co-op ghost hunting? Hell yeah, baby!
Time. Memories. It's all blurred together now. War. Peace. I was a spy in 1939 and a soldier in 1944. My duty was to fight the Nazis, but my obsession was to solve a mystery.
Next up is Blunt Force. Blunt Force is a VR World War II shooter that follows 2 parallel storylines before and during the war.
I got the drive, it brings me to life on the edge of a knife, yeah.
Band Space. This looks like Unplugged, Smash Drums, and Rock Band had a baby. Like a lot of these, could be an interesting addition or just another clone in a saturated space. This is the first game I've seen in the genre that includes a full suite of instrument other than Rock Band, though. Definitely the first in the VR space that I know of. Stranger Things VR. Play as Vecna. Become an explorer of unknown realities as you form the hive mind and tame the void. Invade minds and conjure nightmares in your quest to enact revenge on Eleven and Hawkins. I'm a bit skeptical again. Most of these kinds of titles end up being overhyped theater. Fingers crossed for some goodness. Firmament. This is from the studio Cyan, who made Myst. I'm surprised and slightly let down that this isn't spelled with a Y. If the trailer footage is anything to go off of, it has incredible graphics and a very interesting setting. And last, let's wrap up with what I'm most excited for based off of trailers alone. Vertigo 2. Vertigo 2 is a single-player sci-fi adventure built from the ground up as a game for high-end VR. I never played Vertigo, but this certainly makes me want to. Enjoy the rest of this awesome trailer. Thank you so much for hanging out. If you liked this video, please drop a like and subscribe. I hope to see you guys again. Peace.
You seek the reactor core. You saw the path is sealed.
This will be the first time ever, but I'm actually happy to see a sentient alien. I thought I was trapped in here all by